Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Okay, so I was in San Francisco today. Today's January 17th. I'm probably going to upload this video right away. I've got like 20 or 30 videos I've made that I haven't uploaded yet. So some of them are back from before Christmas. So I have been making videos constantly. I'm probably going to have to upload 2 videos a day per day because I'm trying to find a way to catch up. Okay, so I was recognized today. I was on Chestnut Street in the Marina in San Francisco, and 2 people came up to me, 2 young ladies came up to me and said, "Hey, you're that influencer." And I looked at them, I was like, "I'm not an influencer." And they're like, "Yeah, you are." So it's this coffee shop right here. It's Pete's Coffee. They said, "We watch you religiously." I was like, "Cool." Welcome to the Church of Awesome. Hey, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Oh, by the way, this was my car that I had in the early 90s. It was this pretty. It was perfect like this. It was just amazing. It's a 280ZX, 1982. The not the Ultimate Edition, but the I forget the name of it. Sorry, the Anniversary Edition. It was completely and fully loaded, leather seats, air conditioning, everything. It was just a sports package. I love this car. I probably should have not gotten rid of it. The name of the song is Mortals feat. Laura Brem, and it is the slow version. Okay, so here's what's going on with me right now. I'm trying to figure out like what is my basically like, I don't know if I want to say it's a business name because I think Mike Colleen essentially really is my name for me and my business, like Tony Robbins. But I'm looking for a phrase like Tony Robbins is personal power. So I've been bouncing around with a phrase and like a tagline. So let me kind of pull up what I have right now. Tell me which one you guys like. Okay, so here's the ones I've bounced around with the last probably 6 months now. And then we'll get right to the video, okay? So there's going to be 2 parts of the video. Okay, so here's the ones that I've bounced around with. So one was Broken to Bulletproof. I, for some reason, didn't like that. And I used that as my title for all my social media, everything. We had like a tagline. I forget what it is right now. The next one was Rapid Problem Solver. Now, Victoria, I know you like that. You sent me an email and mentioned that you liked that one. The next one is the one that I came up with is a Return to Power. I might change that to a Return to Power and Love, or a Return to Love and Power, because I really think it's about both. I don't think it's, a lot of people think, well, if you're going to be love, you got to be weak. No, real love makes you a very powerful and very creative person, okay? Now, here's the one that I came up recently that I think kind of encapsulates everything. So one thing I'm trying to do is find a name and then a tagline that and a paragraph that essentially captures everything I do in my business, from dating, relationship coaching, my new discoveries in communication and romance, to energy healing, to emotional healing, to narcissist abuse, to all of it. Now, there was one I almost forgot that I was using, that I was naming this channel. I'd open up my videos, especially during the end of the narcissist abuse videos, was Church of Awesome. I like it because it's not a real church, but it's really about, you know, being awesome in life. And we talk a lot about Jesus in the Bible, and I used a lot of biblical text and quotes, you know, and verses and stuff. So I'm going to read off the next one, then read everything at the notes that kind of came up out of nowhere. It's very inspired. So it'll help you to understand me and my business better too. So here it is. It is Omega Power. And that's, you know, Omega Power. Dominate the field in dating, relationships, business, sports, and life. It's time to wake up, take charge of your life, and make it happen now. Motto: find a way, create a way, and make it happen now. Alternative motto: crush your enemies, destroy the opposition, and win. It's a tongue-in-cheek with a little bit of truth to it. Business mission statement: get the most out of life, live your life to the fullest. Personal mission statement: the purpose of my life is to motivate myself and others to believe, dream, and be alive with passion, power, and excitement. These last three are kind of a joke. Not a joke, but kind of a funny, and which is part of it. So, caveman, I want more power, which is really Arnold Schwarzenegger. Call now for Omega power. Mike Colleen, the master of awesome. So there's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek in all the work I do, but there's a lot of power behind it. Now, I'm a little bit mellow now because I did a long drive into San Francisco and back across Golden Gate Bridge, so I'm a little tired. It's late. But here's what, I don't know why, but that just kind of came up. I was really inspired, and I just wrote all that down. And I tell you one thing that I really feel that's coming up. I think people that are empaths and light workers and people that have been shoved down their whole life, they're sick and tired of it. And I think you guys are coming back fighting. Kicking and fighting and saying, I am done getting pushed down, I'm done being left behind, and you're going to come back and you want to start kicking ass. And that's essentially what my life, my business has always been about. Okay, part 2 of this video is going to be about a beautiful view that I got today with a vision or an omen. That part will be very quick. A beautiful video of the Golden Gate Bridge. Very beautiful. It's going to blow you away. The third part is going to be about something that I became very conscious of, about a very easy way to notice if someone is a narcissist or someone who really you shouldn't have in your life. This is today, January 17th, 2026 at sunset. Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh yeah, sure. Man, the colors are like candy. It's really delicious.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the same 2 clips, and I want to say something. So it was, man, just beautiful. It was like candy. It was like someone was painting out there, and you know, I kept going across the bridge. I have a lot more clips. Literally, I think it took 5 or 7 clips. I kept stopping when I was riding my bike across the Golden Gate Bridge, and I have to tell you something. Got a little bit of a feeling. So I was really drawn to it. Like, I had sat there and just watched it the very first third of the video of the bridge before I took this video. I was just staring at how it was so beautiful. I was there for like 10 minutes almost, and I started to ride like, man, that's so beautiful. I took some more video, and then I took some more than these 2 right here, and then I went again, took 2 more, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I could not look away. So it is an omen. It is a prophecy. So I'm going to read off what I wrote on Facebook. It probably is the simplest way to describe it. Then we'll get into part 3. So what I saw tonight was so beautiful. It's almost like a delicious candy-colored sky. It's an omen of what's to come. Something big is about to happen. It's a deeply rich, blood-red sky spreading far and wide. It will affect the heart of the world. So the one thing I want to say essentially is cover your heart. I don't mean to close it off, but I think something very painful, something big is going to happen, and it might be overwhelming. Now this part might be confusing, but actually maybe not, might actually add clarity. What I believe is going to happen is going to be so shocking and so painful, but at the same time it's going to be so beautiful because it's going to release what's been going on, or how do I explain this? As bad as it is, it's going to, in the long run, be one of the most beautiful things in the world. If you guys have followed my channel, you know the vision I got about the ship crashing into the bridge. And that came true. I think it happened 10 days after I put it on Facebook, after I got the vision. Sorry, not Facebook, here on this channel on YouTube. Maybe it was 2 weeks. And then the other one was, I made a video that said something's coming fast. It's going to hit the world. It's going to affect the entire world. And I believe I said it's going to catch on like wildfire. And it's going to literally spread throughout the world in a matter of days. And that was COVID. Actually, I think it said days or weeks in that video. So take a deep breath. Alright, part 3. Narcissist red flag. There's something that narcissists do. And the funny thing is, when they did it back then, it's like we noticed it, but we overlooked it. Or we said, oh, well, that's okay. Okay, so someone who I'd realized about 2 years after I stopped talking to him, because it was just obnoxious. I was like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. And this is when like the whole narcissist thing was kind of like building and building, and like it started, like the videos were going on YouTube. But I think I stopped talking to this person just before that happened. And it was about a year or two later when I was watching YouTube videos, reading up on narcissist abuse and figuring out myself that, oh, that guy was a total narcissist. No wonder. I haven't spoken to this person in probably 3 years or longer. And even then it was just one quick conversation. So they said, well, how are you doing? And I told them, oh, you know, business is this and this and that. It's up and down, good and bad. And I said, hey, I've, fell in love with someone, and then they disappeared. And, I went in much more depth than that, okay? And then I said, I was in an accident, I got hurt pretty bad, I was in the hospital, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what their response was? I'm glad you're doing great. So essentially what I said I had a heartbreak, and it was, hurt really bad and this and that, and then I got in an accident and blah, 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 and business has been slow. And then they respond with, well, I'm glad you're doing good, or you're doing great, or something like that. And I'm like, what? And and then they're like, hey man, do you want to go out tonight? Meet me at this bar, or it was a restaurant. Let's hang out, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh man, I so remember this person doing this. Like, no matter what good thing, great thing, or really horrible thing happened, it was like, here's the word, they skip right over it. Now, here's the deal. The minute they did that, I went, oh, and I just remembered. I was like, oh, man, this is one of the main things that just drove me nuts about this person was, it was like they just skip right over whatever's going on in your life. Even if they ask you, so what's going on in your life? Or how's it going? Or how's life been? And you tell them, even if you leave it fairly brief, boom, it's as if you didn't say a word, and they say, hey, and they talk about their problem, or say, hey, do you want to go out tonight, or let's go do something, I'm bored. And I was like, oh man, I remember this. All these memories of this person, no matter how much pain I was in, what messed up thing was going on, or if some really great thing, hey, I just flew back from Washington DC, I did this training out there. They're like, oh, that's cool, man, so hey, do you want to go get a bite to eat? As if it never happened. Not only that, as if they didn't even hear you. And here's the word that I came up with, skip. They skip right over. That's probably the phrase. They skip right over whatever you said, as if you didn't say it, as if they didn't even hear it. And I remember, no matter how many times I was there for this person, how many times they cried on my shoulder, or like, Mike, I need to talk to you about something. Oh my God. And, or sharing really good news. It was like whenever it was your turn, even if they asked you, they just skip right over it. It makes you feel as if you're not even there, like you're the invisible man. And then I started thinking of this other person, like, oh, they did that too, and like these are like going back. And then there was the main narcissist person, like, oh man, he did that all the time, because it's about them. They don't have the ability to, well, why are you talking about yourself? Like, they don't have the ability in their brain. I don't even want to say not even to care about you in your life, but to, it's like, does not compute, cannot function. Everything is about me. I am Robotron. Like, their brain doesn't have that ability. Now here's the deal. I know sometimes people like are really focused on what's going on in their life. They might be super excited, like they really want to tell you something, and they're kind of like, "Yeah, get past that. I got something I really got to, like I get that's fine." I also understand when someone's really hurting, like, man, I really called to talk to you about something. So I'm not talking about those times, but it's literally every time. It's even like, dude, like, what about me? I'm trying to share. You always come up there. Oh, okay. And it's not like this negative. Oh, okay. I guess gotta listen. That's what I mean. Like, number one, they skip right over it every time. And then even when you demand, like, no, we're not gonna do this. I've got something I've got to say, and they're like, oh, okay, with this negative attitude. Okay, well, can we talk about what I want to talk about now? That's what I'm talking about. Those kind of people. So that's it. So when you run into someone who literally skips right over something that you shared with them as if you didn't say it, that's your red flag. Move on. I don't care if they're not a narcissist. They probably are. But it doesn't matter if they are or they aren't. Move on. That's not someone you want in your life. Here's the really cool thing. I caught it so fast it blew my mind. I mean, I was like, wait a minute. Like, I put up with this shit from that guy for years. I caught it so fast. You know what it was? Here's what it is. I didn't make an excuse for them. What it was is, and not only that, but I felt the impact on my body. I had this bad feeling, like, wow. It just made me. It makes you. It like minimizes you. It diminishes you. It's kind of a devaluing technique. Even if I don't think he even meant it now. It's like, hey, I want to talk about what I want to talk about. It was just such a, I don't know what the word, but the feeling was so horrible. I listened to the feeling. I'm like, no, I'm not going to let someone make me feel this way out. Because the instant thing was like, yeah, I'm going to go out with this person. The whole night's going to be like this. I'm like, nah, not going to do that. Let me know if you guys are getting faster at picking up on the signs and being like, nope, not going to do it. All right, guys, that's it. Please click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.